expanding so fast. Is this going to be an issue?
We are expecting an increase in data processing of 35%. John,
everybody's talking about
this
real
going to
time.
work?
Also thinking about the cloud. What's our timetable for solving all these issues?
I just need an enterprise solution that works. Been there, done that. Violin memory. That'll work.
Hi everyone, I'm Kevin DiNuccio, Violin Memory CEO, and I'm here today to welcome you to the Concerto 7000 launch, a very exciting time for the company. So let me tell you what we see happening. If you look at the growth in big data, the era is really here. It's projected over the next 3 to 5 years that there'll be nearly 44 zettabytes to be stored. And the variety of that is being exploded by nearly 10 billion mobile devices over that same period of time. And that means the Internet of Things is not even here yet, when it's projected that nearly 50 billion devices will be hooked up to the Internet. And the speed at which this is happening, if you look at 13 times the network traffic getting generated over the same period of time, the next 3 to 5 years, this is an amazing time in information getting created that can transform your business and give you the opportunity to not only save money in contending with all of this storage, but to really use the data to transform your business. So if you look at one of our largest financial institutions that's looking at the big data era ahead, and they believe that it can save them over the next 4 to 5 years nearly 71% in a total cost of ownership. That's amazing savings for the data that's getting created. Secondly, if you look at the data center exploding because of all the storage, 85% of the floor space can be saved as you move to silicon from legacy technologies. It's an opportunity that we haven't seen in the transformation of the data center in a very long time. And if you look at environmentals, nearly 93% of environmental savings happening. So we are talking about massive changes to the cost of building out infrastructure and what that can mean to the big data era that's coming. The financial institution I'm talking about thinks this saves them $2.5 billion over the next 4 to 5 years. Those are pretty astonishing numbers. But we think it's not just about the savings. It's almost like we need to move to an architecture of cloud, virtualization, and silicon in the data center just to contend with all of these costs and all of these growth. But the opportunity is really transforming how you do business. Companies that adopt the technologies that really provide for big data really will be more competitive in the future. We're talking about the ability to take your business, generate new revenues, close your books in half the time, make your engineering organizations 5 to 10 times more productive. We're talking about the all-silicon data center that can deliver real value, both on the cost side, but more importantly, on the competitive of your business going forward. So now I'd like to introduce you to Eric Bergner from IDC to give you the IDC perspective on what all this technology means.
What constitutes a flash-optimized storage architecture? There are several key things to look for. Significantly increased internal array bandwidth, right minimization and wear leveling algorithms that, combined with efficient and non-blocking free space management, sometimes referred to as garbage collection, can deliver predictable performance even as a configuration scales, over a period that at least matches the 3 to 5 year depreciation life cycle of traditional arrays. And flexible inline data reduction technologies that are matched to the workload type and can be turned on or off in a granular manner. There's no doubt that flash-optimized storage architectures are the future. But for the all-flash data center to become a reality, there is another transformation that needs to occur. Vendors need to provide a true enterprise-class offering built around flash-optimized architectures. The hallmark of today's enterprise storage workhorses is their ability to host mixed workloads while delivering the reliability, availability, scalability, and management features that data center applications require. They support features like RAID, hot plug everything, failover, and disaster recovery. They provide capacity in at least the several hundred terabyte range. They include quality of service or other flash management approaches that deliver predictable performance, even as configurations scale, and they support data services like snapshots, clones, thin provisioning, and replication, as well as management APIs that allow them to integrate easily into pre-existing data center workflows. Once storage systems built around flash-optimized architectures deliver on this expanded feature set, the secondary economic benefits of flash deployment really start to kick in. Far fewer devices required to meet performance requirements, lower energy and floor space costs, and in some cases, significantly lower software licensing costs due to needing far fewer servers to drive storage performance. These economics support a very aggressive total cost of ownership with which spinning disk-based arrays just can't compete. Flash-based arrays will be less and less evaluated around their dollar per gigabyte acquisition cost and more around other metrics that better reflect the true value they bring to the enterprise. Dollar per IOPS, IOPS per terabyte, dollar per transaction, and especially total cost of ownership. Once vendors deliver mature, flash-based products with these features, the all-flash data center becomes a distinct reality.
Hi, I'm Eric Herzog, Chief Marketing Officer of Violin Memory, and we're here today to talk about the Concerto 7000, our new all-flash array. It's very important for our customer base, it's very important for you, the listener, and very important for our channel partners to hear how the Concerto 7000, coupled with the transformation of the economics of the data center, can save you money, can help you learn and do new economic opportunities, and help you have a better data center for your enterprise or for your cloud. The Concerto 7000 all-flash array is new. It has a number of key feature sets that are important to our customer base, and we know will be important to you too. Business continuity. When there's an earthquake in California or a hurricane in the east, you want to make sure that your data center is always up and going with the Violin high-performance all-flash arrays. Data efficiency. You want to make sure you're not wasting space. Make sure they can always use that space, and you're optimizing the budget you're spending on your storage purchase of our all-flash array. You want to be able to do data scaling and scale up. Have bigger capacity. As your number of workloads increases and the number of data sets you want to manage, you want to make sure that you can always scale them. And you want to protect your data. As simple as on-site. If you happen to have a backup problem, someone automatically deletes this PowerPoint, for example, you want to make sure you can quickly and easily recover. So you need data protection to make that happen. The Violin 7000 is replete with a full set of enterprise data services, from stretch metro clusters, mirroring, data scaling, cloning, data efficiency, business continuity, snapshotting, and all the various functions, including multipathing and encryption. All these help you realize the dream and the economics of the all-flash data center. And there's nothing better you can do than to optimize your environment with Concerto 7000 product line. When you look today at the traditional storage marketplace, there's a lot of things to consider in how you optimize your enterprise or cloud data center. Those elements include storage, which is traditionally over-provisioned. Violin can save you a huge percentage on your storage budget by leveraging our all-flash array technology. Server side. Servers are impacted dramatically by the storage performance. The Violin all-flash array can help you reduce your server and core count, saving you money not only on physical hardware, but also saving you on software licenses, which, as you know, are now licensed primarily by the core. Another way to save you money and optimize your cloud or enterprise data center. And everyone today has limited real estate. You want to save on power and cooling and have a greener environment. You've got floor space and rack space that you need to optimize across your entire enterprise or cloud data center. And by leveraging the Violin Concerto 7000 all-flash array with advanced data services, you can realize that dream and be optimized. You can replicate here, you can replicate there, you can replicate anywhere, whether that's Silicon Valley to Sydney, whether that's Silicon Valley to Sofia in Europe. Wherever you're replicating, your data will always be protected. You're covered by the pitfalls of any natural disaster. And our synchronous and asynchronous replication will allow you to do that, giving you the enterprise class data services that you need to realize the transformative economic nature of the all-flash data center. You can improve your performance and resiliency with the Violin 7000 family. You can transform your total cost of ownership to make sure that you're optimizing your budgets at all time. And you can enable new business models. The power of the Violin all-flash array allows you to transform your entire business and optimize. Thank you for coming and joining us today. Now we'd like to pass it to leading storage industry analyst, Arun Tuneja, president of the Tuneja Group.
So when it comes to flash, I want you to ask a whole variety of questions that relate to flash. So a question I would ask is, what would you do if the month-end report that you run today, whether it's a financial report or a non-financial report, if that used to take 150 hours to run, and now you can run that report in 5 hours, what does that do to your business? What does it do to your decision-making process? What does it do to your cost reduction possibly? What does it do? How can you improve customer service based on that type of a application performance differential? Those are the kinds of things that you must ask yourself when you bring in flash into the company. Not simply that it's a hard disk drive replacement. Hardware matters. Hardware architecture, hardware design matters. The SSD is not the molecule to start with, it's the flash chip itself. In that situation, you can do garbage collection, as an example, across the entire array. You don't have to do it at the SSD level. And the wear leveling, the same thing, you do it across the whole array. Simple things like that, and the control that you obtain on that hardware results in significant performance advantages and also significant advantages in resiliency. So hardware design matters. Don't let anybody fool you. Hardware design matters today and it will matter tomorrow. You will have a variety of workloads, and the system that you're looking at must be able to deliver consistent performance across a wide number of workloads. You may have VDI in it, you may have Oracle or a SQL Server or Exchange or other workloads. You may even be doing analytics. These are all different workloads, and the system has to be designed to deliver consistent latency across those applications and consistent performance across those applications. Enterprise caliber data services matter. You're used to, in the world of storage, with all kinds of things like replication, with snapshots, with cloning, with thin provisioning, and so on and so forth. It doesn't matter what industry you're in, whether you're dealing with ERP systems or whether you're dealing with CRM systems, whether you're dealing with databases of any type. If performance improves but by such large percentages, and I'm talking about 5 times or 10 times, and the latency goes down from milliseconds to microseconds, in that situation, that is not just a trivial change. It will actually change the way you do business.
Violin Memory is a pioneer of all-flash and an industry leader. I'd like to show you why the new Concerto 7000 all-flash array is the best solution for implementing the all-flash data center. How is Concerto 7000 different and the clear choice? Performance. The Concerto 7000 all-flash array shares many of the great architectural advantages of the award-winning 6000 all-flash array. But then we raise the bar. Here is what the new Concerto 7000 will mean to your storage needs. Breakneck speeds and stunning performance. Handling of more mixed loads and multiple workloads. Doesn't rely heavily on deduplication. 10 to 20 times the running speed of applications. What does that mean to your company? Less pencil tapping, less waiting, and more getting the job done. Let me tell you about advanced data services. Today's enterprises are complex environments with worldwide operations and multiple data centers supporting thousands of users. In these environments, performance may not be enough. This is where Concerto 7000 delivers. Business continuance, data scaling, data safety and protection, data efficiency. Let's talk more about safety and protection. Let's talk about here, near, anywhere. Here is a mirror of your storage in the data center. Near is a synchronous replication of your data at a safe distance in a metro area. And anywhere means an asynchronous replication anywhere. Global replication for total peace of mind. OpEx and CapEx are real issues for everyone. The big benefits of the Concerto 7000 all-flash array are reduced operation expenses and capital expenses. 67% less in electrical, 96% lower tile footprint facilities, 80% less cooling required, 80% lower in total storage, 70% less in software licenses. The all-flash data center is the new direction. The Concerto 7000 all-flash array is your solution. Better performance and speed, 10 to 20 times. Advanced data services, a champion of reduced OpEx and CapEx. Maximize your investment in storage and focus on your business. Oh, and did I mention that Violin Memory was voted Storage Technology of the Year for 2014?
Well, thank you for joining us today. You've learned a lot about the Violin 7000 Concerto and all the feature function from high performance to high resiliency to incredible enterprise data services that empower the transformative nature of your enterprise or cloud data center. You've heard from our CEO, Kevin DiNuccio, on how Violin is transforming the market today and transforming what the data center accomplished for you. You heard great comments from Arun Tuneja and Eric Berger, leading industry analysts. We'd encourage you to see the archive of this video at www.violinmemory.com. And thank you very much for joining us.